Alright, so a couple things. First of all, this is not turn 10, this is round 11. I was wrong the last couple of turns. I realized I've been saying the wrong numbers to them, but it's no big deal. The other thing is I realized I made a pretty foolish blunder with this rocket right here. Because he's not within range of the damn walker. That was a pretty foolish thing of me to do. Fortunately, I don't think it's irreparable damage. It's pretty bad, but I can still kind of fix this situation. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this helicopter up onto this square. So I want visibility of this base. He's put a speeder up here. Got a pair of eclipses. Still afraid to approach my line. My rockets now, the important thing for this rocket, in addition to having it control the space, especially is it's got control of this base and this port. Because the fact that he built a speeder instead of building something more substantial, like another eclipse, which he could really use right about now, tells me that either he's saving up because he wants to buy another walker next turn on this square, or he wants to buy a Hydronaut on this port, which he just bothered to capture last turn. Now, I'm hoping he goes with the Hydronaut, because it's going to be tough for him to go with the Hydronaut, because I've got the battery on this square covering this position, and they'll just trade fire. What I'm really considering doing is, instead of going with a destroyer on this port, instead I could go and I could put a helicopter on this base, and have that helicopter fly 1 turn to build it, 2 turns to get it in about this position, 3 turns to get it into this position. And from here, he should be able to just about reach this walker from one of these positions here and stay out of his reach of I think these 3 squares are all free from his firing range. So if I can get a helicopter here and flank him, it actually might be possible now, because he can't build anything on these 2 bases without getting hit by my battery. And then I'll follow up next turn by getting a battery here. The other thing is, instead of getting a battery next turn, I could buy another engineer on this spot and heal this thing up with +4 instead of +2. Get him back up to 6 by this turn. Well, next turn, because I have to move him out of that spot. So let's start by moving this helicopter and getting some visibility. Oh, he went 2 speeders. So he's going to try and zip his way up this line. Not a bad, terrible idea, but he's going to have trouble getting through this position. I'm almost tempted. No, I'm going to keep him right here, so that even though he is within range, I don't want him to get -8 from this walker. I'd rather him get him -7. So as these speeders try and move up this way, they're going to find they're going to have trouble getting past these guys as a wall without his help. He's going to have to fire on them 2 turns to get rid of them. So I'm not too threatened by the speeders. Even though they get a double motion, they'll be caught here and I can still fire on them. Is it worth getting the copter? I don't see another way of getting at this walker without something flanking him on this side. So I'm going to take a shot. Oh, whoop, nope, don't want to do that. I'm going to take a shot at it. Get the copter. I'll have that copter move from here to here. There's another eclipse here guarding this position, so I have to be careful about this approach. I have to come from here and then come from here, possibly. Because if this eclipse moves to either one of these squares, he's toast from this rocket. So let's move this rocket up here where he'll be out of firing range. Move this engineer here. I don't know. I can get an engineer this turn and heal this guy faster, or I can wait and get another battery next turn. I think another battery might be, but I could just replace a battery, put it on this position, and have this line covered well again, which I really should do. So I think I'll wait for next turn and build the fucking battery. This is a really stupid thing to do with my battery. I completely wasted its potential and cost myself this entire line. I had all of this covered, and I got greedy thinking I could hit this guy back, and I realized, no, I'm out of range. So that's my own fault. Oh well, that's my turn. We'll wait.